Billy Moore, a troubled young British boxer in Thailand, has no family and lives by himself. He spends his days at a local boxing arena, competing in brutal Thai fights. A boy helps him prepare by waxing and wrapping his hands. In one fight, Billy is knocked out, and the judge declares him the loser. Furious, Billy lashes out and is dragged away by Thai men. Addicted to a drug called yaba, Billy spends his nights in clubs buying and selling it. One morning, pounding on his door wakes him. Realizing it's the police, he hides a bag of yaba in his underwear. Armed officers break in, overpower him, and haul him away. He flushes the hidden bag but is still charged with firearm possession. After his conviction, Billy is taken to the notorious Kong Prem prison. Guards strip search new arrivals to prevent disease and weapons. Mocked for his appearance, Billy experiences the harsh reality of Thai prison life. Getting water is brutal. Prisoners fight to reach the pond and fill bottles while others push them away. When Billy refuses to give up his water, a fight breaks out. Guards detain him for fighting and lock him in solitary, a small metal cage where he can barely move. Under the tropical sun, it becomes an oven. Later, Billy is moved to another cell and meets heavily tattooed inmates respected in the prison hierarchy. Their leader, Kong, speaks to him in broken English, asking how he ended up there. The group prods him curiously, and though Billy resists, he can't escape. He says he's alone in Thailand, broke, and jailed over yaba. They mock him, implying he's homosexual, and force him to do 20 push-ups. As they taunt and touch him, he reluctantly obeys, then retreats to a corner once free. Billy witnesses a fight when a new inmate disrespects Kang's group. Kong quickly restores order. That night, Billy is attacked by Kang's men. They try to assault him. When he resists, they beat him and force him at knife point to watch another inmate being violated. Terrified and silenced by threats, Billy lies trembling through the night. The next morning, word spreads that the assaulted inmate has taken his life. Kang's lieutenant keeps a close watch to ensure Billy stays quiet. Later, Billy tries to get free medicine from a correction officer. He's seen the guard give it to others, but this time the officer demands payment. Enraged by his smugness, Billy attacks. He bites a guard's neck and screams wildly before they overpower and beat him brutally. Afterward, Billy must wear chains whenever taken outside his cell. Days pass as he adapts to prison life. When women inmates pass their block, Billy chats with Fame, who sells cigarettes. Claiming he's broke and alone, he asks for a pack, promising to repay her. She hesitantly agrees and they become friends. Billy trades the cigarettes to Kang's group for yaba. High on the drug, he watches as they shave a man's head, revealing tattoo patterns. They also remove blades from a fan, keeping them hidden for later. That night, alarms and shouting jolt Billy awake as guards raid the cells. When asked about the missing blades, Kong feigns ignorance. Everyone is ordered to the yard. There, Billy learns 3 guards have been found dead. During searches, nothing turns up on him, until a dog sniffs his shirt. Guards tear it open and uncover yaba inside. Kang's lieutenant urges him to confess, but Billy insists it isn't his. The next morning, Billy waits in line at the cafeteria, witnessing tension between guards and Muslim cooks. Curious, he approaches but is reprimanded by another guard, who exploits his addiction by handing him a bag of yaba. When other inmates try to steal it, a fight erupts. Unable to repay the guard, Billy is forced to run errands, including attacking the same cooks. Though hesitant, he obeys, beating them so badly the guard complains he went too far. Billy's mental state worsens. Addicted and isolated as the only white man in a hostile Thai prison, he loses hope and attempts suicide. An inmate finds him barely alive and alerts authorities. Later, the boy who once helped him in boxing visits, proudly sharing he won his fight. Billy weeps silently, moved and broken. The boy leaves, saddened. Determined to change, Billy decides to return to boxing. After witnessing Kong scold his men about unity and discipline, Billy seeks permission to train at the prison arena. The coach initially refuses, but Billy persuades him with cigarettes borrowed again from Fame, promising repayment. The trainer finally lets him spar. Though rusty at first, Billy fights fiercely. Impressed, the coach adds him to the team. Back in the cell, Kong teases Billy about the match, but the group's tone shifts to respect. Fueled by anger and purpose, Billy trains furiously, shouting as he punches while others watch in awe. Later, he joins Kang's group in a fish fight, betting cigarettes. When he wins, the man holding his wager refuses payment and threatens him with a broken bottle. Kong steps in and orders his subordinate to hand Billy his winnings. Grateful for Kang's help, Billy takes his winnings and repays Fame for the cigarettes she lent him. He confides that he does have a father and brothers, though they don't know he's in prison. Fame reveals she's imprisoned for taking her abusive father's life. When she breaks down, Billy comforts her, and their shared pain grows into a quiet romance. In training, Billy improves quickly, adapting to Muay Thai's demanding style. The coach reminds him to fight smarter and strengthen his kicks. During sparring, Billy grapples fiercely, learning speed and technique. Soon, he prepares for his first official match. After weigh-in, his opponent tries to intimidate him, but Billy stays composed. When pushed, he nearly fights on the spot before being pulled back by spectators. During the bout, Fame serves as ring girl. By the fourth round, Billy is exhausted but fights with heart, mixing punches and kicks until he forces the opponent down. After a fierce exchange, he delivers a decisive blow and wins. As cheers erupt, Billy bows respectfully to the prison warden preacher. Afterward, he bathes and joins Buddhist prayers with other inmates. Impressed by his performance, the warden transfers him to the boxing team cell, granting long-denied privileges. He also asks Billy to represent the prison in the National Muay Thai tournament, the first foreigner ever to do so. Billy humbly accepts. The warden hands him a letter from his father, which Billy treasures. Guards escort him to his new cell. One of Kang's men bids farewell respectfully. Settled in, Billy reads his father's letter and continues training with renewed purpose for the upcoming tournament. Billy trains hard with his new teammates, forming close bonds. His former opponent confides that he once pled guilty on his girlfriend's advice, expecting a short sentence, but got 5 years, then spiraled until it became life. The boxing team saved him, giving him purpose. In respect, they tattoo Billy's back with a ceremonial prison mark. Surrounded by teammates, Billy endures the painful process as the ink sinks in. Billy falls ill during training, forcing the coach to intervene. He vomits in the bathroom, later learning from the doctor that years of drug abuse and boxing injuries caused an internal rupture. Any further damage could be fatal. Despite his condition, Billy insists on fighting and keeps training for the tournament. Alongside other boxers, Billy rides to the event in a truck, watching rural Thailand pass by. Upon arrival at the prison arena, he heads to the prep room where assistants wrap his hands and his trainer checks on him. Billy cries from the excruciating pain of pushing his broken body. As the bell tolls, he walks toward the ring while inmates line the corridors to watch. Met with applause, Billy bows to the guards before stepping into the ring. The fight starts well. Billy counters and lands strong blows until his opponent corners him and strikes hard to the stomach. Hurt but defiant, Billy rises, traps his opponent, and strangles him as the round ends. When the opponent kicks Billy while he's down, the coach protests, but the fight continues. In the next round, Billy attacks relentlessly. At last, he lands a spinning back elbow, knocking the opponent out cold. Victory comes at a cost. Billy collapses, unable to stand from his injuries. The coach rushes to him as the crowd cheers. He's taken by ambulance to the hospital. Regaining consciousness, Billy finds himself chained to the bed. A nurse escorts him to the bathroom under watch, but when she steps away, Billy seizes the chance, slipping behind the policeman and disappearing into the elevator below. Billy slips past another policeman near the hospital entrance, escaping when the officer is distracted by an arriving ambulance. He wanders through the streets, haunted by memories of how he ended up here. Reaching the slums, he walks along deserted railway tracks before stopping, realizing he has nowhere to go, no future, no purpose. Overcome by hopelessness, Billy decides to return to the hospital and turns himself in. After recovery, he's sent back to prison. One day, guards escort him to a visitor. It's his father. The two smile warmly, reunited after years apart. Interestingly, the film is based on a true story. Billy Moore, the real-life boxer who survived a Thai prison and wrote the memoir behind the film, portrays his own father in this scene. A brilliant creative touch. Text at the end reveals that after serving 3 years in Thailand, Billy was transferred to a UK prison and later granted amnesty by the King of Thailand in October 2010. Since his release, he has dedicated his life to helping other addicts and maintaining his own recovery.